What if I told you Manchester United's next big superstar isn't coming from the Premier League or even Europe, but from a small town in Paraguay? Meet Diego Leon, a 17-year-old left-back with the swagger of a winger, the grit of a seasoned defender, and the kind of potential that has Old Trafford buzzing with excitement. But here's the twist. He's not just any signing. Diego Leon will be Ruben Amorim's very first signing as United's new manager. A move so significant that Ineos themselves went above and beyond to seal the deal. He's a history maker, poised to become the first ever Paraguayan to wear the iconic red shirt. Now, before you scroll away thinking, just another youth prospect, let me stop you right there. Diego Leon isn't just good, he's world class in the making. Picture this, a teenager already dominating his league, locking down opponents, bombing forward like prime Marcelo, and getting compared to some of the biggest names in football. Stick around because in this video, we're going to explore why Manchester United have gone all in on Diego Leon. We'll uncover his meteoric rise, his style of play, what makes him such a hot prospect, and most importantly, how he fits into the future of this club under Ruben Amorim. Trust me, by the end, you'll be as excited as the fans chanting his name before he's even arrived. So, who exactly is Diego Leon? Let's find out. Diego Leon is a 17-year-old left-back from Paraguay, currently playing for Cerro Porteño in the Paraguayan top flight. And when I say he's good, I mean he's special. Imagine a player so young yet so composed that he's already cemented his spot in the first team. He grew up in Iguazu, a small town far from the bright lights of Asunción, and his rise to fame has been nothing short of meteoric. Just this season, Leon made his competitive debut, and since then, he's played 83% of all available minutes for Cerro Porteño. That's not just impressive, it's unheard of for someone his age. Here's the kicker, he's not just a reliable defender. Leon's also a genuine attacking threat. In 19 appearances, he's already scored 2 goals and delivered a string of jaw-dropping performances. His explosive runs down the left flank and ability to whip dangerous crosses into the box have made him a nightmare for opposing defenders. But it's not just his skill set that's turning heads. Leon's mentality and maturity set him apart. He's a player who grew up in difficult circumstances, and those challenges have only made him stronger. It's no wonder scouts from Europe's top clubs have been camping out in Paraguay to watch him play. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. When this deal goes through, Diego Leon will make history as the first Paraguayan to ever play for Manchester United. And think about this, Paraguay has been producing some absolute gems recently. Miguel Almiron lit up the Premier League, Julio Enciso is shining at Brighton, and Leon could be the next big star to carry the torch. So that's the story so far. From humble beginnings in Iguazu to potentially making history at Old Trafford. Fabrizio Romano confirmed the deal with his signature words, "Here we go," and the details are as exciting as the player himself. Let's break it down. United will pay an initial fee of $4 million, with $1 million in easy add-ons, and a further $3.5 million tied to future performances by Diego Leon and the team. That's a significant investment in a teenager, but when you're talking about a player like Diego Leon, it's money well spent. But why all the fuss? Why have Manchester United gone all in on Diego Leon, beating out competition from clubs like Arsenal? It's simple. Diego Leon is the complete package. At just 17, he's already dominating the Paraguayan league, playing 83% of the available minutes for Cerro Porteño this season. His ability to seamlessly combine defensive solidity with attacking flair makes him a rare gem. Now, let's not overlook the context. This isn't just about Diego Leon. It's about the vision United are building under Ruben Amorim and the backing of Ineos. There's been a clear strategy to bring in young, elite talents. Look at Chido Obi Martin, Samuel Lusal, Sekou Kone, and now Diego Leon. These are players who represent the future, not just of Manchester United, but of football itself. And the timing couldn't be better. With Luke Shaw and Terrell Malaysia struggling with injuries and makeshift solutions like Diogo Dalot and Noussair Mazraoui filling in, the left-back position is crying out for long-term stability. Enter Diego Leon, who could arrive at Carrington in July 2025, ready to stake his claim as a future star. United's move for Diego Leon is more than just a transfer. It's a statement. A statement that says they're serious about reclaiming their place at the top of world football. And trust me, this is just the beginning. Let's talk about his game. The raw talent, the athleticism, and the skill set that has scouts across Europe raving. Diego Leon is not your typical left-back. Picture this: a defender who can track back and win duels with the aggression of a centre-back, but also bomb forward like a winger, creating chaos for opposition defences. He's a natural overlapping fullback, quick, explosive, and relentless. Let's dive into the stats for a second, because they tell a compelling story. In the Paraguayan Primera Division, Leon is in the 88th percentile for defensive duel success and ranks first in crosses to the box among fullbacks. That means he's not just stopping attacks, he's starting them. Add to that his top 3 rank for progressive runs and touches in the box, and you start to see the full picture: a dynamic, attacking threat who can stretch defenses and create opportunities. But Diego Leon's game isn't just about stats, it's about the way he plays. Imagine him charging down the left flank, shrugging off attackers with his strength and cutting inside to whip in a dangerous ball. At just 17, he plays with the confidence and maturity of someone far older. And here's the thing, he thrives in tight spaces. Even when he's under pressure, he has this uncanny ability to play his way out of trouble, making him a perfect fit for modern possession-based systems. Now, does he have room for improvement? Of course. Diego Leon tends to overcommit in defense at times, and while his crossing is dangerous, it can lack precision. But these are areas that are completely coachable, especially under someone like Ruben Amorim, who has a proven track record of developing young talent. Here's the part that gets me really excited. Diego Leon isn't just a left-back, he's a very good left wing-back, a role that's tailor-made for his skill set. Under Ruben Amorim's system, which relies heavily on wing-backs to stretch the play and contribute to both attack and defense, Diego Leon could thrive next season. Think of him as the next evolution of the role, someone who could redefine how Manchester United approach their left flank. How does Diego Leon fit into Ruben Amorim's vision for Manchester United? Because let's face it, this isn't just about adding another left-back, it's about finding a player who can thrive in a system that's demanding, dynamic, and designed to dominate. Diego Leon is the definition of a modern wing-back. He's explosive going forward, but he's also relentless in tracking back, giving him the versatility to attack and defend in equal measure. Think of him as the antidote to the struggles United have faced on the left flank this season. A natural left footer, hugging the touchline, stretching the opposition, and delivering pinpoint crosses into the box. Under Ruben Amorim's system, wing-backs aren't just wide players, they're engines driving the entire team. Diego Leon's pace, stamina, and aggression make him the perfect fit for this role. But here's the real game changer. Ruben Amorim loves wing-backs who can invert when needed, stepping into midfield to link up play. Diego Leon's comfort on the ball and ability to thrive in tight spaces means he could easily slot into this hybrid role. Imagine him combining with midfielders like Kobbie Mainoo or Ugarte to overload opponents in the middle of the park. And let's not forget the defensive side of things. Ruben Amorim demands wing-backs who can press high and recover quickly, traits Diego Leon has already showcased at Cerro Porteño. His 88th percentile defensive duel success isn't just a number, it's a statement that he can handle the physicality of top-tier football. Of course, Diego Leon won't walk straight into the first team. He's still just 17. The plan is clear. He'll join the under-21s initially, adapting to the pace and intensity of English football while refining his positioning and decision-making. But here's the exciting part. When he's ready, the left wing-back spot is there for the taking. So, what does this mean for United fans? It means the left flank could go from being a weak link to a major strength. With Diego Leon, You're looking at a player who could dominate the position for years to come, someone perfectly suited to Amorim's ambitious plans. Diego Leon is an incredible prospect, but he's also just 17 years old. That means there's a lot to get excited about, and a few things that still need work. But here's the good news. The areas he needs to improve are exactly the ones Manchester United are set up to fix. For starters, Diego Leon has a tendency to overcommit when defending. He's so eager to win the ball that he sometimes leaves himself exposed, especially against more experienced attackers. And while his crossing is dangerous, it can lack the precision needed at the highest level. He tends to overhit deliveries when he's under pressure. Now, you might hear that and think, is he ready for Manchester United? And the answer is, not quite yet. But that's okay. Remember, this isn't about throwing him into the deep end right away. The plan is clear. Diego Leon will join United's under-21s, where he'll have the time and support to polish these aspects of his game. And let's be honest, these are not deal breakers. In fact, they're common challenges for players his age. The difference is that Diego Leon already has the fundamentals in place: his physicality, his technical ability, and his mentality. What he needs now is fine-tuning, and under Ruben Amorim's coaching staff, he'll get exactly that. Diego Leon is raw, yes, but he's also fearless. He's the kind of player who thrives under pressure, who learns from his mistakes, and who gets better with every game. If he can iron out these small issues, we're not just looking at a good player, we're looking at a left back who could define the position for years to come. So, what's next for Diego Leon? With Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia struggling with injuries and no natural backup in the first team, it's only a matter of time before Diego Leon gets his chance to shine. And when he does, his playing style, a combination of defensive resilience and attacking flair, could make him a key player in Ruben Amorim's system. Now, here's where things get exciting. Ruben Amorim's trust in young players is well documented, and Diego Leon fits perfectly into his vision. Whether it's in cup competitions or Premier League games, we could see Diego Leon making his first team debut sooner than expected. And if he continues to develop at this pace, he could become a cornerstone of United's defence within a few years. But Diego Leon's future isn't just about breaking into the first team. It's about redefining the left back or left wing back position at Manchester United. Imagine him in a back three system, running the left flank as a marauding wing back. His ability to overlap, deliver crosses, and track back with relentless energy could transform how United attack and defend. Of course, there's still work to be done. Diego Leon's development will depend on his ability to handle the pressure, adapt to new tactical demands, and stay injury-free. But with the right guidance, there's no reason why he can't become one of the best left-backs or left wing-backs in the world. The left wing-back position is wide open, and Diego Leon's arrival couldn't come at a better time. By the 2025-26 season, we could see him making regular appearances in cup competitions, earning valuable minutes and proving his worth to Ruben Amorim. But what's the long-term vision? If all goes according to plan, Diego Leon could be United's first-choice left wing-back within the next 3 years. He has the potential to be a transformative player, a defender who not only locks down the flank, but also drives the team forward in attack. And here's something to think about. Diego Leon isn't just a signing, he's a symbol of Manchester United's future. A player who represents the club's commitment to youth, to development, and to building something truly special under Ineos and Ruben Amorim. So, when will we see Diego Leon shine? Sooner than you think. And when that moment comes, you'll know it was worth the wait. But, now it's your turn. What role do you see Diego Leon playing at Manchester United? Will he become the next big star, or redefine the wing-back role under Ruben Amorim? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And if you're as excited as we are about United's youth revolution, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you all the latest updates on Diego Leon, Manchester United's rising stars like Chido Obi Martin, Sekou Kone, Godwill Kukonki, and many more. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Trust me, you'll want to be part of this journey.